Hello, my single solitary viewer, Flouze Maker here. It's NHL 21 time. Our Be a Pro, Sten Stone, will be making his NHL debut in the Rangers uniform. The media asks, Sten, you went from the draft floor to being drafted, going through the preseason, and now it's time for your NHL debut. What do you expect from this game? Sten responds,
I'm really excited about it and expecting it to be a challenging but fun game.
For those who haven't followed your career thus far, Sten, how would you describe yourself as a player? And, well, here we have the diplomatic answer. And I didn't spend character points for nothing. I think I'm going to select the diplomatic answer just because, I can.
Individual hardware has always been secondary for me. My highest priority is doing whatever it takes to help the team win.
That makes sense, Sten. Good luck tonight. So Sten gets to build his brand, his management relationship, and relationship with his teammates all in one brilliant interview. What an orator Sten Stone is turning out to be.
There has been so much talk about this young rookie, Ray. What's going through his mind here before he does it for real on the ice?
Well, by the time he gets to the point where he's about ready to step on the ice for the game, he's burned some energy already, James, in warm-up, but he's had time to think. So, he's nervous, he's excited, he's anticipating his big moment, but this is a blur. He's not going to remember any of it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to New York City and the world's most famous arena.
It's Sten Stone's first game in Madison Square Garden. First shift on the first period as a part of the second line. Foley comes in, loses the puck. Unfortunately, it's time for Sten to do some back check and play some responsible defense. And he gets the puck recovery, so good job with a good little pass from Sten to get the action moving on the other end. He shoots!
Not even close! Not close to anything. The net's been the same size for 100 years.
Ray Ferraro's already shaming Sten, but he does not give up. And he comes back with a hard back check, because if you're not going to score, and if you're not going to hit the net when you shoot, at least don't be a defensive liability. And play ends, and the game continues. The Rangers take a 2-1 lead. Sten gets the puck, crosses the blue line, big slap shot. It was terribly aimed. Again, poorly aimed slap shot. He got a negative on that. He lost points for that terrible slap shot, but the rebound just tumbled onto Philip Hedl's stick, and one of the easiest goals that Philip Hedl ever had to score is what results. Boop! Empty net, thanks to Sten's poorly aimed slap shot. I like that, he's going to get an assist on this. His first career point. But he's going to get a negative adjustment on his slap shot.
And a nice little moment for the youngster as he just recognized he got his first NHL point.
Yeah, pretty cool to get your first point. You're going to hear your name announced in the arena and helps you settle in a little bit. Nice to do it in your first game.
Do you hear those as a player, the PA?
When you score, you do.
Coach Marcel Dupuis takes Sten Stone aside. We're sitting on a lead late in the game. Let's shut them down and bring home the win. And so I'm taking the easiest option, the team option, to complete, where to try and answer this challenge. It's easier than scoring a goal, as you saw. Sten's aim is suspect, but he can still see that pass in the slot there. His aim is suspect, but not when he's passing. These are some soft dishes that are being served, and unfortunately, the Predators went right back and scored on the other end. Technically, not Sten's fault. But the challenge here was to protect the lead, and now suddenly it's 3-3. And the lead was not protected. So, unfortunately for Sten, he answered the coach's challenge and failed. Even though, technically speaking, that play, it wasn't his fault. That's just how the cookie crumbles. That's how you end up losing your points, even though you might not have played terrible. Sometimes that's just how it works. Sometimes you get points and you don't deserve them, and sometimes, you get a slap on the wrist and it wasn't even your fault. But we go in overtime, and here I'm going to start the tradition of playing the overtime in total. Who knows? Are the Rangers going to win? Is Sten actually going to win on his first game? Could he score his first NHL goal and be the overtime hero? It could happen. He's on the ice right now. Try to pass in front of the net, and then you can tell, Sten's aim is bad. Sten is stupid. This is what happens. There was no one there, and he passed the puck anyway. But here, that was actually kind of clever. It was a shot that I was hoping that would get deflected in front. It kind of happened, but never made it to the goalie. But it could have been a dangerous play, and it surprised the goalie, and it could have worked. Sten in front! Oh, he could have scored right there. Even he could have scored on that play. And off the ice he goes. It's the end of his shift. And we got to simulate the rest of the OT, in which the Rangers score. I don't know which player gets the goal. Unfortunately, that might never be revealed to me. But Sten wins his first NHL game, and he gets his first point in it, an assist. So things are going pretty good for Sten. He's got no goals, 1 assist, and a -2. So he was on the ice for 2 of the goals against. Defensively, I was going to say he played responsibly. He got a C+ on defense, which is not bad. But he was a lot better with team play and, of course, offense. But he's getting all the points, getting all the levels, except in shooting, where he gets very little because of how bad he did. But unfortunately, could not meet the coach's challenge, and he's losing points with the management love and the teammates love and the brand love. Is coming up not so great, but hey, it's just 1 game out of 82 in the season. And it was enough to earn him a new skill point. And it's time to get that trait point and add it to the skill tree. So one of the things I like to spend in the most, of course, are the dialogue option. You saw me in the episode early on use the diplomacy. But I need him to skate a little bit better. I need him to have a little more acceleration, because it's important for him to keep up with the pace of the NHL. He's kind of a bit of a slowpoke, unless he's fresh off the bench. The reporter asks, Sten, this was your first official NHL game. You looked right at home on the ice tonight when you scored the first point of your career. How did you feel? Says Sten, and the reporter says, "Can you repeat that?" He says, "Oh, it felt amazing. First NHL game, first point. Finally, I'm starting to be where I'm intended to be," says Sten, for that brand likability. But also, we got to combine a little bit of everything. Should we get used to seeing you scoring every game, and now I'm stuck? I have to choose between acting out, which is obviously what Sten would do, or making a promise that he probably can't keep, score 2 points in the next game. That's an insane promise. There's no way Sten can get 2 points. Well, okay, there's a way. It's possible, but it's unlikely. So now I'm going to have him act out.
You should follow my career very closely.
Well, thank you for your time, Sten. So that's Sten's interview skills at work. He gets a lot of brand power from that somehow. And I think I might need to find a different Sten voice, because that's just harsh. New York Rangers versus Buffalo Sabres from Buffalo, New York. It's another battle of New York City. Objectives, none. Not even winning. But the coach has one for Sten.
It's a close game, Sten, and we need to get the next goal because we're losing. Are you up for it?
Gotcha. I'll try to spark our team's offense, says Sten, because Buffalo is leading by 2 goals, rather. It's 4-2. And, Sten has got to change things around, because that's why he's been drafted, to change things around. So the puck gets stuck on the boards. Call for the pass along the boards. Just try to get the puck out of there. And Sten gets it, loses it immediately like an idiot. and then can't get it back. And the Swedish national team scores, and it's all Sten's fault. Sam Reinhart, who I guess changed countries and now represents Sweden, got the goal. Sten along the side, pass in front, and Nhl scores. That was an excellent pass to the slot. I think the goalie should just have poke-checked that away from Filip Nhl and, saved the goal that way. But instead tried to make the save, could not. That's a mistake. That's on you, Greece. That's on you. But there you go. Sten trying to spark some offense for the poor defensive play he did earlier. And he gets a point. It's an assist. His second of his career. From the defensive zone, the team is trying to break out, get back into this game. They're still trailing by 2. Sten in front to Nhl again. Into a gaping net. Another easy goal for Filip Nhl, who is starting to, I'm sure he's going to start writing some love letters for his line mate Sten Stone at night. Thanks to these beautiful passes, scoring has never been easier than it has been with you. Unfortunately, the Swedish national team here wins 6-4. Did I say Swedish national team? I meant the Buffalo Sabres. And the coach says, I can't complain about what you did out there. And sure, coach, says Sten. I got 2 points, coach. 2 points. 2 points. And you can't complain? 2 points. Rangers against the bunch of jerks, also called the Carolina Hurricanes. Sten passes to Nhl. Nhl to Sten. He scores!
A where were you moment! His first in the National Hockey League!
Who'd have thunk it? You weren't expecting that this early, were you? That came out of left field. And actually, that's actually what did happen. It came out from the left field, the pass from Filip Nhl, that is. And Sten got it, and he accidentally dropped the puck past the legendary former New York Rangers goaltender, Lundqvist. And that's who is going to have the stain on their career, as to be the poor idiot who let Sten score his first game. Henrik Lundqvist will never live this down. He should probably retire now at this point. We're tied, and I want you to put the pressure. Focus on attacking, okay? And Sten says, sure, coach. Put me in, coach. I've got foil around my fingers, coach. And off we go. Back on the offense. But this time, we're already in the third period, and it's still tied 1-1. And you missed it there, but Sten passed the puck before he got on the bench to change shifts, and that was actually his assist on the game-winning goal. He passed the puck to Bushnevich, who then I think shot, and Jacob Trouba picked up the rebound. I didn't actually see the goal because the goal was simulated once Sten went off the ice, but Sten got 2 points in this game. And those 2 points means he successfully answered the coach's challenge, and he's going to get all of that likability. He's going to be filling up those likability meters. In the dressing room, it's a little mano action before they get in the showers. Rookie teammate Vitaly Kravtsov says, Sten, we are in rally, and there is nearby History Museum. Wanna check out? And of course, Sten has got to pick between a team and a star answer. And it's true that Sten has never been a student of history. So I don't know which to answer. It feels like team should be what to go for, but the truthful one is Sten just is not a student of anything at all, including history. But yeah, he said, yeah, I do. I want to go. Good call, Sten. It's better than being stuck in a hotel. And now this is the heartbreaking moment where Sten realizes that this is not a one-on-one date. He was going to say, Vitaly, you're kind of a little young for me. Even though Sten is the one who's 18 years old, I think Vitaly Kravtsov would be, 19? Maybe 20? But, who else is coming, asks Sten. And there is all of team. And in this case, Sten is going to be adding the entire organization of the New York Rangers. They're all invited. It costs a little more money, but it spreads the love to even more people in terms of likability points. So might as well. What is Sten going to spend that money on anyway? Am I right? The babbling is not over. Sten is being interrogated by the media. You broke through tonight and netted your first goal. What does this mean for you, Sten? Are you confused by the math? And Sten says,
it's definitely cool, but I plan to score way more.
And again, unfortunately, the mistake of going with star means I have to choose between acting out and promising. And this time when Sten acts out, he's going to lose likability, and I would rather avoid that. And the promise, especially since Sten just got 2 points in that last game here, in the last 2 games in fact, maybe scoring 1 goal next game is not as insane as it once seemed to be. So Sten promises that next game will be all about Sten and the goals he'll score. I need to find a voice for Sten. I need an actual... I can't just go... I can't do that, the whole thing. That's gonna be Sharks versus Rangers, and there is an objective. Sten promised he would score a goal during this game. Oh my goodness. Well, that should be done. It should be doable. We've done it before. It's just the San Jose Sharks who have a great start to this season. Look at Braden Holtby, who just signed with the Sharks, and he's got a 1.5 goals against average and a nearly perfect save percentage. And Igor Shesterkin has shit the bed the last time he was in the net. Oh no! Well, that changes things, doesn't it? Perhaps. Well, Shesterkin actually managed to make a save right here, so we're good. Sten being free, pass in front, and that was a goal for an unusual suspect, Chris Kreider, who is actually the captain of the team, and he's buried all the way in the third line. But hey, sometimes he shares a little bit of ice with Sten, and this time that led to a goal. But that's an assist for Sten. That's not a goal. Again, Shesterkin holding up the fort. It's now 2-0 for the New York Rangers, and the counterattack begins. Here's Hedl in the center ice, over to Toffoli. Toffoli in front to Sten, and he scores on the backhand. I'm not even sure where he found some room. That was probably some kind of accident. He was so close to the net, I guess, that there was not enough room to miss the net, because that's how close he was. Normally he would have missed the net, but that one actually hugged the post and went right in on the backhand. And Sten keeps his promise to the media. He actually scores a goal, and Shesterkin keeps the shutouts. And so after having a very, very poor outing the first time, he actually gets the shutouts in this second game. So maybe things are going to go much better for Igor Shesterkin for the rest of the season. And now that we can put that other game from the beginning of the episode in his past, Stone gets a goal, yet another one, amazingly, keeps his promise with the media. I hope the reward, is pretty tasty, because I feel like the odds that Sten would actually successfully keep his promise. Here we go. Sten, you called it. You scored, Sten. Wait, I need a new voice. Aristocrat. It's the least I could do to please my awesome fans. Yes. Yeah, that sounds like Sten, right? It's the least I could do. Awesome, Sten. See you next time. See you, pleb. Yeah, that sounds like Sten. But from that, he gets 100 followers. And what are the followers for? I don't know. Just ask Instagram. Maybe they'll have that answer for you. And thanks to this great success, Sten can finally have enough money to buy a bicycle. A bicycle that costs 2,300 American dollars. That's as much as a car. He could be buying a car, but instead, well, actually, he can't buy these. Like, the only cars that are available are like collector's items and shit. You can't buy a sensible car. He's a freaking rookie. Why? Anyway, all right. Let's just go ahead and buy the bicycle, because these will give permanent perks to Sten, a little bit of extra strength, and most importantly, extra speed. He's going to need that, again, to keep up with the pace of the NHL. Slow Sten needs to be able to do that if he wants to score more goals, doesn't he? Don't you, Sten? But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I wanted to be sure I'd see Sten's first goal. And now, as I look at the player stats for you, we'll see why things might have to change a little bit. To be sure I wouldn't miss Sten's first assist and his first goal, I played from the first period all these past games. But that actually leads to Sten and some of his teammates collecting a really high amount of points that are not realistic, is the problem with those amounts of points. If I switch to the entire freaking league, after 4 games, Philip Hedl is the lead scorer in the league, and Sten is not very far behind. Keep in mind, this is a rookie. He probably should not be in the top 10 points earners on his rookie season if we want to be realistic, so I'm going to be simulating more in the upcoming episodes. But don't miss them, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye!
Sponsored by the Flouze Crew on Patreon.